Hello world, of course again, more nonsense. Today Bill Richardson is dropping out of the race, which is a disaster because Bill Richardson is the only person on the Democratic side that has any qualifications. He's the only person that has done anything and has succeeded in anything. Okay, of all the Joe Biden, maybe he. Okay, I be honest with you, I haven't really done too much research on him, but listening to the Democratic debates, he's the only person that really knows what he's talking about. Barack Obama, all he's talking about is optimism. All he's talking about is change, but he's not talking about what kind of change. He's not talking about any kind of his plans. Barack Obama really doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He doesn't have a plan. He doesn't know. And Barack, nothing against you personally. I'm sure you're a great guy. But you don't know because you don't have the experience. You've never done anything. You know what I mean? There's nothing that you've ever done. All right? You've been a senator for 1 year before your nomination went in for president. Okay? And we know why your nomination went in for president, to knock out Hillary. This is your demographics. Okay? People that like you, Obama, you got the black vote. Okay, which is understandable. Okay, you have the gay vote. Okay, I don't have to tell you why you got the gay vote, and you got the young people vote. You know, because you like to water ski. You know, you like to surf. Okay, so you know you're appealing to that crowd. And at the same time, Hillary has the woman vote. Okay, and she has the poor people vote. Poor people want to vote for Hillary because they remember a time when her husband was president and they credit him for beefing up the economy. So a vote for Hillary would be a vote for their kitchen table. That's their train of thought. You know, of course it's okay that you're getting the black vote. We need a black president. We don't need you. Definitely not Al Sharpton, but now it's time to get a black president. As far as the gay vote goes, you know, they kind of just do what they want anyway. You know, they gay people generally, they operate their lives out of passion. They don't really think sometimes. Okay, mostly it's out of passion. Okay, they follow. Well, they're voting for you because of this. Okay, as far as the young people goes, generally people under 23 don't vote. So you got the vote in the primary. They all ran up. They've done something with their lives, and chances are they're not going to follow through come election time because they'll be in school and don't know enough to get absentee ballots. You know, or they've got it all out of their system. So Obama, the point I'm trying to make here is that you're really doing a disservice to this country for running for president. Okay, because you are not qualified. You just can't do it. Okay, and you are taking votes away from somebody that is qualified. You're doing the wrong thing. If you claim to be a great American, then you, Obama, would drop out of the race because you know in your heart that you are not the most qualified person in your party to run for president. You know this. You are a hell of a lot smarter than I am. And being so smart, you should know more than I do just how unqualified for the job you are. So please, you should just do your country a favor, okay, and let somebody who is more qualified do the job. Okay, so let's please move up to Hillary. Now, Hillary Clinton. Hillary, baby doll. You're a cunt. You're a total lowlife piece of shit. Okay? And your husband is too. You know, you're both fucking dirtbags. You're not a New Yorker. I still remember back in the day when you came to New York claiming you feel like a New Yorker. No, Hillary, you'll always be an outsider. You only came to New York because you knew this is the only place in hell that you had a chance of winning the Senate. Because, you know, New Yorkers are kind of fucked up. Okay? Your husband promised you that you'd be, you know, that he'd help you win the Senate, and you will eventually one day become president. Okay? But, you know, your husband's a total douchebag. You know he's a fucking douchebag, but, you know, you're no different. You know, all all that Forster bit. Your lover that you had 15 years that committed suicide, which you are indirectly responsible for. Okay, going back, in case you don't remember, let me help you remember. Okay, going back with your law firm with the Whitewater scandal, when you and your husband were taking millions of dollars from innocent people, and everybody was arrested for it, but you and your husband. Okay, Forster was one of your husband's aides. He worked for the firm. He came to Washington. Couldn't handle it. In fact, let me give a direct quote from Forster. Okay, this is a direct quote from Vincent Forster's suicide letter. Okay, which is actually a draft of his resignation letter when he was working. Again, he was working for you in the White House, covering up your Whitewater scandal bullshit. Okay, the Whitewater scandal editors lie without consequences. Okay, I was not meant for the job or the spotlight of public life in Washington. Here, ruining people is considered sport, and you knew Vince for a long, long time, Hillary. Okay, you guys made this man feel this way. You and your husband. Okay, he did not like the bullshit that you and your husband were pulling. Vincent Forster was a very good man. Okay, and you and your husband ruined him. You ruined him. And he was been your friend for 20 years. He's been your lover for 15 years. And you and your husband drove this poor man to suicide. Because of your lying, your cheating, your scandals, your bullshit, and every other fucking thing that you did when your husband was governor. Okay, and you did with that law firm of yours. And then you took that fucking shit to the White House. And now you cocksucking fucking pieces of shits want to bring it to the White House again. Okay? Again! People need to fucking understand what a fucking low-life piece of shit, hunk of trash, you and your cock-sucking, motherfucking piece of shit fucking husband really is. They really fucking do. The American people need to see this shit. You guys should be fucking executed. Okay? Hillary, that's my fucking stance on you and your low-life, hunk of fucking cock-sucking shit fucking husband of yours. Two pieces of total shit, the worst trash that this country has ever seen. And with all this nonsense going on between you and Barack Obama, Bill Richardson is dropping out. The only qualified person for the job in your party. Okay? And Barack Obama, he's more qualified than you are because he's never failed at anything. He hasn't done anything, but he hasn't failed at anything either. The only thing on your resume is a failure. If I was still, say, in the printing business, okay, now I'm self-employed, but if I was still in the printing business and you were owner of a printing firm and I came up to you and said, Hillary, I like a job, okay, and you said, well, let me see your resume, and I showed you my resume and showed you that I've only had one job in the industry and I failed at it and I was fired, would you hire me? If you said, Chris, what are you qualified for? How long have you been in the printing business? What have you done that makes me feel like I should hire you? And I came in and said, well, I've done one job and I fucked it up. Would you hire me? Well, then why should we hire you? Why should you be hired? Because the only thing that you've done in your whole political career was a failure. Think about that. You've done one thing and you failed at it. On top of all your scandals. Top of your husband fucking around since he was a governor. Okay? And you stayed with him for that. And on top of you driving your ex-lover to suicide. Why should we hire you? And now the only guy that is qualified has left the race. Or is leaving the race today. How does that make you feel, Hillary? And how does that make you feel, Obama? That you jumped into the race just to bump Hillary out, who shouldn't have been in. Well, maybe that's a good reason to jump into the race. But the whole Democratic Party is fucking scary. It's really, really scary what the Democratic Party is doing to this country. Okay? And that's why I haven't voted Democrat since I was 18. I've always been a Republican since then because of you fucking people.